All right, how's it going, everyone? How you doing today, wherever you're from this beautiful world? All right, so we're on another "I Like Your Style" uh, tasting sensory panel here, and got a great panel. I'd like to welcome you guys here. Thank you, Bumpy Road Brewery, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. Whoops, my volume's up. East Coast LQ Reviews, Chadeo, and Beer Man here. We're going to do any wild themed beers today. At the end of this show, I'll throw up another picture of something else we need to find for next week. Eventually, Ireland Day will come, and Ireland Day, St. Patty's Day will come, and we'll do something for that. But yeah, all right, let's go ahead and start with Bumpy and get this going.
All right. Well, it's wild, man. It's wild. Dogfish Head, where the wild hops are 6.5% ABV. Don't know a lot about this beer. Just basically what was on the store shelf label. I haven't looked it up at all, but I believe they use some type of wild hops or something like that. They say there's at least hops that probably aren't used all that often, and then it's also blended with a wild ale. So it's like an IPA plus a wild ale combined. So, yeah, cool label art on this one. It's like a little rabbit trap box there. Trying to catch something in the wild.
It's cool.
And yeah, let's go ahead and crack into this one. As you guys can see, Miscellaneous has the same one. Wasn't planned. I was gonna go with a wild ale from Allagash, but I had it before, so I was like, I saw this on the shelf. I said, I haven't had this one, and it was the same price for a 6-pack of this as it was for one bottle of the Allagash. So it made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
It all fits into one glass. It's a 12-ounce bottle. It pours with a nice white head, fairly fine bubbles. There's some medium ones mixed in, so the head's probably not going to last. It also didn't generate a giant head. Might leave some type of lacing, but a lot of legs. This one is clear, but it does seem to have a slight haze to it. Need that be chill haze or just unfiltered, but it's not bright. It does have like some type of particles, we'll call them particles floating around, wild particles. Nice yellow coloration to it, though. It looks almost like a lemon lollipop or something. It's that kind of yellow. So
nice. Looks
cheers.
Good.
Yeah,
definitely West Coast looking or something. Yeah, it's like
cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers, Bumpy. Thank you. Right
cheers.
On. Let's get Miscellaneous.
Bumpy was kind enough to give you all that nice information. I'm gonna get a little aggressive with it, see if we can kick some shit up. Ooh. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
there's
he's
your
got
head.
a head.
That's a wild head.
Yeah. 3 fingers. Yeah, pretty white, tight knit. Nice looking head. I'd definitely say what Bumpy's seeing. It's fucking hazy. Oop, there's one. There's goes the first one. Sorry. Yeah, bit hazy, lemony, straw, golden. Kind of get like a honey hue from there, but my lighting's not that great. We're kicking outside today, boys.
Yeah.
I think our descriptions.
Is it weird, dude?
I think our descriptions of the colors are kind of coming through in the nostrils for me. So.
Oh shit! Strange one. Cool.
It's unique.
I like
tell you
strange.
that.
Well, thanks, Miscellaneous. All right, man. Let's get Tanner up here.
Cheers, Miscellaneous. All right. So I got something a little different today. So today I got a bottle. This is by Proclamation Ale Company. This is their Lunar Bodies. It's a beer to guard aged in whiskey barrels with orange peels. Website says beer to guard aged in whiskey barrels with orange peels. Open fermented in third use whiskey barrels with orange peels from our friends at Fully Rooted. Lunar Body pours a bright orange color and bursts with aromas of orange peel and light notes of vanilla. Flavors of orange pith meld with light notes of oak and char from the barrel. Mild tart and mild funk. 6.5% ABV. So, like I said, this is the 500 milliliter bottle. So, 6.5% ABV. Says Oakville. When I actually went there, I asked if this would be considered a wild ale to the guy, and he actually showed me the barrels that they age it in. I guess he said the barrel split, so it has the open in it, and then I guess I don't know. You guys probably describe it better than I could. I was trying to listen to it. I was trying to understand, but I'm still a little confused on the whole thing. I guess he said like it's open, so it ages. No. You get what I'm saying? The wild yeast from the air or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brings in anything from around it and just wildly ferments it with an open container or open fermentation tank. Yeah.
Yeah. He explained it to me. I understood, but I can't really explain it as good as you guys could or how he explained it to me. Yeah, I'm gonna crack this open.
Nice.
Do a little quarter trick so I can try to sleep with that.
It's cool you brought a beer to guard. That's I like those. Good.
Far and few between, eh?
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna spill this thing. All right. So, got my dual glass. I'll pour it. Yeah, I wish I could describe it a little bit better, but a little smoke.
Well, now you're gonna get familiar with it.
Yeah, I don't even think I've ever had one before, so that's why I'm like totally new to this stuff. So. Wow.
Nice looking beer.
Yeah. Definitely like a hazy, lots of chunks in there, lots of sediment. Head's actually dissipating very quickly. About a finger and a half head. The head is going away really fast. Lots of bubbles. It's like a brown orange color. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but if I hold it up to light, it's definitely like orange with like a tint of brown to it. Yeah, definitely lots of bubbles. Ooh. Yeah, big notes of citrus and vanilla. Yeah,
Citrus vanilla. Well,
caramel maybe. Yeah, it smells really good. Excited to try this. Yeah, like I said, he explained it to me, and he was actually showing me. And another really cool thing was he said that if I ever wanted to stop by, like around when they first opened, he said that he would give me a little tour of the back room. So I told him how I did a YouTube channel.
He wants to take you in the back room, huh?
it's awesome.
The brewery. Yeah, the brewery and all the equipment and stuff. But yeah, I definitely will. I will take advantage of that, and make a video or something. So
Cool. Good deal.
So cheers, guys.
All right. Cheers, man. Cheers, Tanner. All right. Chadeo.
Hey! Oh, look at that wild thing right here. Speaking of which, there you go. I'm Wild Thing. Just kidding. From Sierra Nevada, I'm bringing the Wild Little Thing. It is 5.5%, slightly sour ale. There it is, a little information. 2-row pale. The malts are 2-row pale. Oats, wheat, hops, Cascade, yeast, ale yeast. The adjuncts are guava, hibiscus, strawberry, and other natural flavors. So we'll crack her open.
I just recently saw this one, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think I started seeing it last summer, and of course the glass is kind of dirty. So I will do the trick that Miscellaneous taught me a while back. Just make it down a little bit. There you go. That's what she is. Kind of a pinkish hue. Very nice looking. Wow, I can smell the strawberries and guava from here.
Wow.
So
It looks like strawberry guava.
Oh yeah, looking forward to jumping into it.
Nice, Chadeo. Thank you. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. I got a hard one to open here. It's got a cork in it. Damn it! It better not be a bitch. But this one's from Draper Brewing, limited release, barrel aged, bottle conditions, called the Thumb Ring. It's a wild ale, says it. It's aged on peaches, black cherries, and coconut, 7%. Very simple label, nothing to it. There's a lot of sediment at the bottom. Bottle them. These guys are out of 10 Mile, Oregon. I have no idea where that's at. There was no hiss because there's a cork in it.
Oh, gee, I thought that was foaming out.
Watch out for those packs of feral dogs.
Oh, shit. That's funny. All right. We got this. How do you use this? I forgot.
There you go. Get it on the lip.
That's it.
But Bazinga.
God damn it. Oh, yeah, dude. All right.
Love that sound.
Hold on a second. Yeah. The pop. Slow down right there. All right. So we got a amber colored beer. Yes, definitely a red or amber style or looking style here. The head's kind of sticking around. It's a wild, sourish beer here. So, I mean, it's got some good. Usually these things go down fairly quick. So, it's holding some good retention there. Quick smell. Oh, yeah, that smells good, man. I don't get any coconut, though. I'm pissed about that. Yeah. So, let's get into our beers, man. Let's go back to Bumpy. Right. Bumpy Road Brewery, that is.
So the hops aren't that wild, actually. I looked them up. There's Zappa, which I've never heard of. Amarillo, which is pretty common. Comet, which is like an older hop, but it used to be kind of common. And Sabro, which is known for kind of giving off coconut notes, and that's a fairly recent hop that's been hitting a lot of brews. So I guess the hops really aren't that wild, but it is definitely aged with or blended with a wild ale that was aged in French oak barrels for 4 years. What it stated. So on the nose, first thing I get is lemon, and then I do get a little bit of like a honey. There is a very slight touch of an oak, but it's super, super light. Some breadiness. Little zing to it on the tail end, almost like a lemon or an orange zest. All right, cheers.
Cool. Cheers.
Here's Bumpy. If you don't like it, I have to drink it regardless.
So it's kind of like a lighter body, not super light, not like drinking like a light adjunct lager type body, but it doesn't quite reach medium for my palate. And if it is in the medium, then it's definitely a lighter end of medium. Carbonation's on the medium side. It is a bit drying to the palate. Notes out of it, it's got a slight kind of white bready malt character. There's flavors of black tea, lemon, and a touch of honey. Maybe the slightest amount of oak. Very, very light, though. The bitterness kind of goes into this piney bitterness, but it's not. I wouldn't even call this like a moderate bitterness. It's pretty light on the bittering effect. And when I start to get tea notes, I generally think of that as like an IPA that's, the hops are starting to fade. So I kind of get this like tea note out of it. But this thing is good until, because I checked it to make sure that it wasn't going to be old when I bought it. And it's good until July of 2022, which makes this only like a couple months old, I think.
Yeah.
So they'll usually leave them on the shelves for about 6 months. That's kind of what the going theme is for IPAs, about a 6-month shelf life. But once you get over that 3 to 4 month range, they usually start to go downhill, at least for my palate. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting out of it. I don't find it to be an awful beer. It's almost not even an IPA to me, though. It's almost like something else. I mean, it kind of is a little bit of something else. The wild like ale that's in it, though, like to me, I'm not getting this like. There's no real funky weirdness at all. It doesn't get like tart. It doesn't get funky. It just doesn't get down and funky. It almost reminds me of the granola one that they did for the Grateful Dead. It kind of has
great.
similar notes, I think.
Dude,
Yeah,
that was a good one. I missed that one. The one with the bears on it.
yeah.
You ain't missed none.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I didn't like
I like it. I thought that
Because that was like a honey granola, and this kind of
grainy.
has to me. I'm picking up on honey. I don't think they used honey in this at all, but for some reason I do get this bit of honey. They could have used like a honey malt, but definitely black tea notes, definite lemon notes for my palate. And like I said, that little bit of like lemon or orange zestiness going towards the finish with the piney, slight, under moderate bitterness.
Now is that aged in oak?
The wild ale that they blended with is aged in oak.
So I
French
could
oak
I could
barrels.
see maybe the honey could come from the barrels that the wild ale is aged in. You could get like honey or caramel or something.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Well, that's what I'm getting out of it. I'd like to see what Miscellaneous is picking out because I've been
This place is having a lot of fun.
I've had different flavors on different beers. I read up on them and it's like, what? None of those are mentioned with anything I said.
All right, that's disappointing when it's not. You don't get that. You want to. If it says it on the fucking label, I want to taste it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It is too.
I'm done.
Right on. I don't let you have that full review now. Come on. All right. Well, thanks, Bumpy. Appreciate it, man. Good review.
Sure you're done?
All right. Let's get Miscellaneous up here.
All right. So my initial thoughts and my reaction when I opened it and smelled it. Big time floral cilantro soapy type of deal on the nose when I very first opened it. It's like bug on my screen. Yeah, very floral hoppy. I do get that it's like a citrus pithiness almost, and it is kind of lemony orange on both ends. It's like I get a little bit of breadiness. Kind of maybe leaning towards the crackery side. But yeah, I can see that honey type of thing on the nose. It just smells different and off. Cheers.
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 Very light bodied. This is different. Yeah, light, low carbonation, slightly bitter. There's a bit of a touch of wood, oak note or something. honey on the finish for sure, and definitely picking up more of the wood. Not the biggest fan of this, I don't think. This might not be for me.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I do get that. It does kind of have that tea-esque type of flavor with the hops. I don't know which one it is. Probably the one I haven't had. Yeah, I don't know. It's got a weird. It's just a slight off bitterness. I don't know, man.
I thought it was
Definitely different.
I thought it was a little astringent. I thought it had like a weird astringency to it on the finish.
Yeah, definitely. It's not my cup of tea. It's not going to score good, at least for me. Grassy, herbal, citrus. Just, I don't know. It's not. Kudos for them for trying something new. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will sip on this some more and come up with a score. Not my favorite. So.
Right on. Cool. Well, nice review. Thanks, Miscellaneous. Cheers.
Miscellaneous.
Cheers.
All right.
I get to score mine before you. Yay.
All right. So, yeah, sorry for my poor description of open fermentation. So I just had to look it up. It says open fermentation, it's pretty much what Beerman said, is the name given to fermentation that takes place in vessels that are open to the environment in which they are situated. Open fermentation were the traditional methods of fermentation before closed or lidded fermentation vessels were introduced. So, just clarify with that, because, like I said, it sounded like I had no clue what I was talking about, because I did have no clue what I was talking about when I was yeah, because the guy started, and I was trying to understand. I think, like you guys were saying the other day, someone was talking about, I'm definitely a visual learner, so if like he showed me physically, like, you know what I mean, or like the process, or maybe pull up the pictures, you know, I like pictures, I like reading with pictures, but yeah, besides that, so the beer, it's actually, the aroma is actually really good. At first I was getting like citrus and vanilla, but I noticed that there's like this really like this, it's like a sweet, like ripe banana with the vanilla, and it's coming off like a banana split. It's very like desserty, and it smells really good. It's got a little bit of like a funk to it, some grassy floral aromas, bready, a little acidic. So like, yeah, I said like sweet and acidic, but that ripe banana mixed with the vanilla is really like jumping out to me now. It smells really good. So I'm going to dive into this. Like I said, there's a lot of sediment. This is going to have a decent amount of flavor too.
Beer to guard translates to beer for keeping, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how old it is. There's no date on it. So
as long as they're cellared, they can keep them in there. You know, they kept them in there till like spring, and then they're farmers or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna dive into this, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Prost, Slanja.
Ooh, it's definitely nice and tart. There's that banana note on the finish too. There's carbonation, a little prickly carbonation, medium. I get the oak. It's kind of creating like a little bit of an odd, like I was just saying with the one that you guys had. It's got a little bit of like an odd astringency. It's kind of like dry, and
yours should be almost like champagne like.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I say the banana comes out on the finish. I say like caramel sweetness, or yeah, caramel sweetness, citrusy. I think they said like orange peel or like orange pith. And I remember I had a beer the other day that that New Belgian beer kind of had that orange pith, and I wasn't really a big fan of that flavor. A little disappointed with the taste, but The aroma's really good. So yeah, up front, very citrusy. Maybe like some grapefruit, a little bit of like some funky aspect to it. Grassy, floral. The orange is actually really prominent. And then, like I said, banana more towards the finish. Yeah, there's a earthy. It almost kind of tastes boozy, but it's not really boozy. I'm not really getting a burn, but it's kind of got like this odd aftertaste. I'm guessing that's that jar. So maybe that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. It's decent. There's a lot going on, so I might have to come back and maybe have some other notes on it. But for the most part, like I said, it's citrusy, floral, sweetness from caramel, that oak, really odd flavor on the finish. And the sourness is there too. It's got a decent sour aspect to it. It's not so acidic that it's like burning going down, but it's definitely like tart. I guess you should say tart, right, rather than sour. It's not bad.
Dry finish on that, or you have a dry finish?
Yeah, it's kind of it's dry and it's astringent, but it's not really necessarily something that I'm enjoying.
Right.
I wish the banana note came up in the beginning. It's kind of along the back end, and it kind of adds to the oak and that they say char. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd buy this again. It's decent. I think that was like I said. I think that was the problem I had with the beer that Bumpy and Miscellaneous have. It kind of just had like that. The oak flavor was there, but it was just kind of odd to me, and it was kind of throwing me off. And it was making me not really enjoy the beer. But who knows? I'll sip on it for a little bit longer. Maybe my opinion will change. But for now, the finish is kind of throwing me off. I like the upfront flavor. But yeah, I guess I'm just kind of being repetitive. So yeah, next time around, I'll come up with a rating and maybe have some other flavor notes. So cheers, guys.
Nice. Cheers, man. Great review. All right. Let's get Chadeo up here.
Blinded by the light. I had to change my glasses. The sun's just now coming in really bad.
That's really bright.
Yeah. No. Dude, see the future, man. It's bright. Check we can go through the aromas. I've been kind of sniffing this for the last, 5-10 minutes, and it's just the strawberries and, guava are just so strong. It covers everything else. I'm not smelling any malts or any hops. But can get some tartness from it. They kettle sour. It's a kettle sour beer, so which I'm not surprised for it being such a mass-produced beer. It's the easiest and fastest way to do it. That was delicious. Thanks for asking. I could barely read that comment, but yeah. I mean, it smells good. It smells refreshing. I mean, it's 70 degrees here right now, and it's perfect for a nice, warm late winter's afternoon. Yeah, it definitely has that summer feel to it with the smell, warm weather. All right, I'm gonna give her a taste. You can see the color real quick. Head's all gone. Not a whole lot of carbonation in there, if you can even see. Just barely any carbonation left. Just a few bubbles coming up. All right, now I'm gonna taste it.
Cheers, man.
Nostrovia.
Roast. That's a new one for me. Yeah. Definitely get the guava, the strawberries together. A little bit of tartness. It's not overwhelming tart. I've had some super sour beers before that you have to choke down. This is a good one that you could probably slam. The tartness is just light, just a little bit on the back end. It gives your tongue a little bit of the tart tingle. Yeah, this beer is really actually pretty darn good. I'm glad I bought a 6-pack of it.
Yeah.
It was the only wild I could find, and I think I got a good one here. So I'll have numbers next time around. Cheers.
To try that. Yeah, cheers, man. Great review. Cheers. All right. So let's get on to the thumb ring. Peaches, black cherries, and coconut, 7%. All right. So I swirled it and I got some yeast in this. It did haze it up quite a bit. It's so sour smelling, it's got that lactic burst that it's so hard to smell what it says is in here. But the first thing I do get is I get like a peachiness. There's a peach black cherry, and it does come out, but it's just so sour that it's more of like a green, like a green fruit or something, a green peach or a green. It just tastes like it's not ripe, or it smells like it's not ripe. I get a slight barrel kind of smell, aroma to this, not like vanillas or anything like that, but just more of that woody thing going on. And that's really about it. Lactic acid, peach, black cherry, and no coconut. I'm pissed about that. I love coconut. And maybe we'll get it in the taste. And then the barrel-esque kind of thing. So, yeah, let's drink this. Cheers.
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 It's definitely very sour. Like puckery sour. Smooth, though. Delightful. The coconut comes through with this weird oily, woody taste. It's like a weird. Trying to get what I'm tasting here. Wood wax, like polishing wax for the wood floor, with like a coconut. Yeah, like a butter. This isn't a wafery one at all. This is more like wood polishing stuff. And I don't know if that's the off flavor from it or the mixture or what. It's smooth though. It has an oily feel on the mouthfeel. And I'm getting the wafer now. Yep, it's kind of getting around the edge of the tongue as it goes back in the finish. You get a wafer, like a sugar wafer kind of cookie or something like that. The black cherry and the peach really kind of goes into each other and creates this, like I said, like the nose, like a green fruit, a couple green fruits mixed together. It doesn't have it has a vinegar kind of a kombucha kind of feel to it, a taste, with that wood, that barrel. It's very smooth though. It's very sour, very lactic forward. Boy, it's like they threw some green leaves in there too from the peach leaves. When they picked it off, they threw the leaves in there with it and the stems and everything. It's so wild. It's wild. Alcohol, it's not very boozy, 7%, but still not, very boozy or anything. Dry finish, but kind of like a clustering finish of mucus. You're just like you want to spit afterwards. You want to hack and throw it out.
Sounds like my beer.
This is drinkable. I mean, yours didn't sound too drinkable. This is definitely drinkable if you like this style, And I do. I like wild ales. I like them quite a bit. So I like the wild fermentation. Especially like it when they're barrel aged or bottle conditioned. You get that nice. There's a nice little yeasty touch in that. When I threw that all in there, it was really nice. I'm glad I did that because it really added to the flavor. So very good though. I just wish the coconut was there more. I really do. It seems like they can't ever get the coconut right in these beers. It's either too much or too less. It's never in the middle. It's never balanced. So, but yeah, cool. Let's get back to Bumpy and get our last thoughts and scores and all that.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, this where the wild hops are. To me, it doesn't drink like an IPA. It drinks like a kind of an odd ale of sorts. tea-like note, that black tea-like note. Not a fan of that. I know that there are some hops that actually give that flavor off. I'm not sure if those hops are used in this or not, but for me, it's definitely there. The lemon zest, orange zest type thing going on is nice. I kind of like that. It's kind of like this. There's some portions of the beer that are good, and then there's some that are like things I could definitely do without. I can say I wouldn't pick this beer up again, but even if I was at a restaurant, I wouldn't order it as a drink. So I'm going to be as fair as I can be with it. To me, it's drinkable. I can definitely drink this. I have 5 more that I'll also be drinking at some point. They'll probably be like I don't know, first beer of the day or maybe last beer of the day, depending on. But I'm going to give it an 86 out of 100, which I think is pretty fair for this beer.
That's fair enough. That's a good score.
Yeah.
It really is. Cool. All right. We'll do shout outs after. But hey, thanks, man. Right on. 86 is good, man. That's good. I'm dying to see what Mal Miscellaneous says about it.
I think that's what I rated it around, Bumpy, right around what you just said.
86 it is right.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I had it in the 90s. I think it was around like upper
Hell
80s.
no.
Oh, you've had this, Tanner?
Yeah, actually, when I did the Dogfish Head brewery review, this is the beer that I brought. I'd never had it before. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks, Bumpy. All right. I'm sorry. I'm always jumping on everyone's heels here. Thanks, Bumpy. All right. All right.
So I got to tell you exactly what doesn't do it for me for this beer. There's a weird herbal, bitter astringency coming through. Definitely getting that tea-like thing popping off. I mean, now that it's settled a little bit, doesn't smell too bad. It's just not a winner for me. I guess if I had to score this and I was being fair about it, I'd give it an 80. This ain't for me. I wouldn't send this to anybody. I don't recommend you get it. If you decide you got a wild hair and you want to pick one up, pick one up. Yeah, just very different, an oddball type of beer, Bless their hearts, they tried, but I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's more herbal, like medicinal, like herbally type of note, more than like a bright, like florally bouquet. You know what I mean? It's more earthy and grassy bitterness. I wouldn't say it's overly bitter, but there's definitely something that comes in the tail end of it that I'm not a huge fan of. So yeah, I'll score it at 80. It's drinkable. I almost poured it out, to be honest with you.
Wow. Was that?
I don't like it. It. But I paid for it, so I guess I'm gonna drink it. The carbonation, maybe if there was some carbonation, it kind of drinks like drinks like a flat beer. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's
right.
Not their best job, in my opinion. Some people might like this, think it's fantastic. Good for them. It's not for me.
Well, it's good to find that out, because those guys always put up some interesting, weird things. So.
Usually when I buy from Dogfish Head, I usually get the one with that yellow cap on it, with the warning. Yeah, those are pretty good. Super high ABV stuff, but I don't know. I don't buy too much Dogfish Head, to be honest with you.
We don't get any of it up here. I have to go south for it. Nice.
Well, if you see this,
At least try it. I want to try it. Get a single of it. Well,
Buy one.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. All right. Thanks, Miscellaneous. All right. Let's get Tanner up here.
All right, so with this beer, I'm like totally torn. Some sips, it tastes great. Some sips, it's like, what the heck is that? The char, it's the char, and I kind of can pick that up. I'm getting the char on the finish sometimes, and it's kind of given like an ashy, smoky flavor, and like I could see like char working well in like like a stout or a porter, but because it's like a nice like fruity lighter beer, I think the char is just kind of like working against those flavor notes. But like I said, if you were to get like if you were to get like that char, like maybe like a little bit of like a smoky, like ashtray kind of flavor with like a stout or a porter, that would work good with like the toasted flavors like toasted malts or something, roastiness. I think that could intertwine into the flavor with those. But because this is like a bright, fruity, citrusy, like I said, it was like citrusy up front, sweetness like caramel, honey, vanilla, and then
Just
like
being fair.
grapefruit, and then like that. It's got like a really good banana note, and that's why I said sometimes you sip it, it's wicked good. The banana note, yeah, the banana note is actually really good. But sometimes you sip it, and that char just kind of it ruins the finish. The oak that you get is decent. Bumpy's distracting the hell out of me. The oak is not bad. It creates a little bit of an astringency. It's a little dry. It's not bad. It works decent with the flavors. But like I said, the char is really what's throwing me off with this beer. I like the carbonation. It's medium bodied. You could tell that it's a barrel aged beer. You get a really good amount of the flavors that you would get from a whiskey barrel. But like I said, the char is just a little too prominent on certain sips, and it just kind of kills the finish. But also, I will say, sometimes you sip it and then it lingers for a little bit, and you get that nice juicy the like natural ripe banana note, and it does kind of give off like kind of like a banana split vibe, and I really enjoy that. But like I said, I don't know, it's like it's very up and down. It doesn't seem like each sip is the same. Maybe take smaller sips with this one. Maybe the bigger sips kind of brings out that char, and a smaller sip might give you a little bit less of that, and then it might be drowned out by like the more fruity, fruity and sweet notes of the beer. I've never actually had a beer to guard to compare it to. I will say it's pretty good. I'll give it like a 90. To be fair, I'll give it a 90 because I do feel like it has some really good potential. But for some reason, maybe it's just my palate, the char sometimes just stands out a little too much. So,
what was the percentage on that again?
So it's only 6.5. Oh, and also, it's kind of acidic,
which is on the lower level.
If you take multiple sips in a row, you kind of get that acidic acid burn a little bit. So that's the thing that I'm not really a giant fan of.
Acidic.
I like how it's a little tart. It adds to the crisp, refreshing aspect of the beer. It makes it more drinkable. But like I said, even though it's a low ABV, I do believe that this is a beer that you would sip on, because if you take big gulps, that char note is going to kind of hit you in the end, and it's going to kind of throw off the flavor of the beer. So, like I said, at the end of 100, when I'm not getting that odd char note, it actually tastes really good. So,
all right, man.
I kind of wish.
That's weird. It's the first time I've heard of like a char note in a beer to guard. It's different. That's different for sure.
I wish it didn't have that. I wish it didn't have the char, because if the char wasn't there, I feel like I would get more of that ripe banana. It would work more with the caramel and the honey, and it would work more with the vanilla and did I say vanilla twice? Probably. It would work more with the banana, the vanilla, the caramel, and the honey, and it would be like a dessert. You know, it's like banana split. But then that char comes out, and it just kind of ruins it for me sometimes. Like I said, take easy sips, 90 out of 100. And
Paul in the middle fruit. Paul middle fruit in the chat. He wanted to know if you got any bacon.
bacon. Oh no, no bacon.
Sorry, Paul.
That was in the cheese. Yeah, no bacon. No cheese today. Only beer. Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers,
man.
man.
Cheers.
Dude,
All right.
I know I had one from Jackie O's. They make a really good beer to guard. Fairly old, but they're still really good.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's go. Chadeo.
I like cheese. But for me, this beer was everything I expected it to be. A little bit, it was fruity. You got, like I said, the strawberry, the guava, the hibiscus came through. I expected it to be kind of light like it is. Very transparent. And the flavor's on par for my expectations. It said slightly tart, and it was definitely slightly tart. I like this beer.
Yes,
As you can see.
you do.
It's gone now. So, no, what it is, I wish there was a little bit more tartness to it, a little bit more wildness, a little bit more of this guy in my beer.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm going to give it a 95 out of 100. Very tasty, very good. Didn't get the hops, which I wasn't really expecting it to. They just have to put that in there just to help it, last longer. I didn't get any of the malts, but yeah, the beer overall, fantastic.
Awesome.
So you got like that rose pedally floral hibiscus thing.
Yeah, it's in there
that
too.
Gets weird. So that gets weird sometimes.
It does, but with this beer, it came out perfect with it. It was very well balanced between the hibiscus, strawberry, and guava.
Nice. Well, that sounds really good. I saw it. I want to try it. I'm gonna go buy it.
Grab it. Yeah,
Probably get a single of it or something. But yeah,
there you go. Perfect.
Well, Chadeo, thank you, man. 95 is a good score. Appreciate it, man. All right, we'll come around for
Chadeo.
Shout outs on the main panel here. But hey, cheers to Thrash. You just showed up. Cheers, Brian. Cheers, Paul. Cheers, everyone in chat. All right, so for the thumb ring, I still get that buttery wafer feeling in my mouth. It's kind of like that oily feeling, but it's nice. It kind of like keeps that flavor there, and I like that kind of. And I actually get a little bit of coconut, like rindiness, if there's even rind in coconut. I guess I don't know. There's no rind. It's like this weird, I guess the meatiness. Yeah, the more of the
the non-processed,
not the juice, the actual, like the
white pulpy meat. Yeah,
right. And I get that, and that kind of goes in there and resides with the wood flavors I'm getting on my tongue, my palate. It's still there. It doesn't go away. You got to put some alcohol in my mouth to this is alcohol, but you know what I mean, like rubbing alcohol or something. But to get it out of there, it's like varnish. But it's good. It's got that wafer thing. It's got the fruits come out. The peaches and the black cherries come out real well. The alcohol was well hidden. Not bad there. Lactic acid. I was looking at I wanted to do this. It's because I'm a freak. I like to find things out. Lactic acid, I said, also known as milk acid, is a chemical compound that plays a role in several biochemical processes. It was first isolated in 1780 by Swedish chemist Carl Wilhelm Scheele, and is a carboxylic acid with a chemical formula of C3H6O3. Yeah, it keeps going, man. But just crazy shit. I was thinking citric acid too. We always say lactic acid, but there's also some citric acid from citrus or some kind of thing going on there. A little jumpy with that, a little punchy with the citrus. Maybe a little lemon or something like that coming through on this. Lime, not lime, more of a lemony thing. But very nice. I'll gladly give this a 93 out of 100. Definitely an A grade wild. Most of the ones that I've had from Draper has been very good, and this is one of them that is very good. I think the other two were a little better, but this is still pretty decent. So yeah, 93 out of 100. I think that's a good score. So All right, let's open the panel up and let's get our shouts. Let me line everyone up. I think it was Bumpy first, Miscellaneous, and there we go. All right, so go ahead, guys.
All right. So my shout outs, Wednesdays and Fridays, I put out my 50-point inspection videos. Those are my beer reviews. On Monday, I have a live stream. It's called New Brew. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, start of the show. Just bring a beer that you've never had before to join up on panel if you so choose. Also, panel members, people in the chat, you can bring questions. If you want to shout some questions out, feel free and try to ask the panel some questions. That way, the show has its kind of structure that it has. And that's about it for my channel.
Oh, damn.
Let's do Food Friday for Alex, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Start of his show on Alex the Beer Master. And this Food Friday is going to be anything that you can dip. So whatever
Dip shit.
food you have, you can, yeah.
I know a couple of.
If you have some hot shit, you can dip some chips in it.
You know what? That's actually a good idea, Bumpy. I may have to get some really hot stuff.
Yeah.
Look like a
Do
hot
anything. Veggies and, dip or chips and dip or
Salsa, hummus.
I think you get yourself some nice wings, chicken wings. You can usually dip that in like some type of ranch or blue cheese dressing. That's a dippable thing too. So this is pretty much wide open.
Anything condiment friendly, pretty much.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can get those what are those pizza things there? The breadsticks. Dip it in marinara sauce. That's dippable. This is like so wide open. Hopefully,
I like it.
Show up. Cheers. And thanks for having me on, Beer Man.
Nice. Oh, dude, thank you for being here. Cheers, man.
Cheerios.
All right, Miss Lance, what you got?
All right. So tomorrow, I got to go work out at the farms. It's going to be a long day, but my Thursday night beer session is going to be a Thursday night power hour this week. Bring some cheap beer, just hang out, kick it for an hour, listen to some tunes. Everything flew pretty well last time I did it. My stream didn't get blocked or anything like that. So that's the plan. Play a little drinking game with some of the gang or anybody who wants to show up, as long as we know who you are. You don't try and do anything crazy on my panel. Yeah. Other than that, we'll go ahead and shout out John and Ellie for Stout Sunday. It's 10:30 Eastern AM. Bring a stout, porter, maybe even a black and tan will fly there. Just yeah. Hopefully he's doing it this week. It's a little under the weather last week. I think he had the brown bag flu.
Oh boy.
So yeah, after this show in about an hour, you can go catch up with Eric, Thomas Metal 75, Massachusetts beer reviews. He's going to be doing Wild Card Wednesday, any kind of alcoholic beverage, wine, liqueur, beer, spirit, any kind of thing, malt liquor, anything that's got booze in it, they'll fly over there. And we'll go ahead and shout out Lep at Thursday at 9 o'clock with the hot seat. So yeah, interviews. He keeps it. He's starting to switch it up a bit, so it's good. I like it.
Cool.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Miscellaneous. All right, thank you. All right, Tanner, what you got, man?
So I got a decent amount of reviews already recorded. I just got to edit and upload them. I don't like to drop my reviews every day or more than one review a day. I kind of like to spread it out.
Good.
Blow up yeah, I don't want to blow up people's notifications and like every couple of days.
Blow them up.
Blow them up.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I get a little bit more of a response if I do every couple of days.
They recommend that actually. So
what's that, Beer Man?
They recommend people do that actually, not to put like
days.
20 million of them in a day where you're like
Yeah.
having a comment on all these.
Yeah.
You're like, Jesus.
So
Watch them, I mean, sorry.
So Thursday, I'll be doing brewery review. Miscellaneous actually reminded me we're gonna be doing it tomorrow at 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. Give some people some time. I know a lot of the times people work or getting out of work around 5. So I think pushing it to 6, maybe we'll get a little bit more of an interaction. Maybe we'll get a little bit bigger of a panel. So the brewery we're going to be reviewing tomorrow is going to be Stone Brewery. So you don't have to bring something new. You can bring something that you've already had by them. I know Stone IPA is very popular. Oh, there you go.
Hey, buddy.
My dad used to have one, and it jumped out the window, and we never saw it again.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that sucks.
So yeah,
Ravenous beasts there.
So yeah,
Death
that's
of an iguana.
Thursday 6 p.m. Stone Brewery review. So if you get a Stone beer, want to come hang out, we'll throw up a rating for the beer that we have, and then we'll throw up a rating. Each of us will rate the brewery, and then we'll average it out. That'll be the total rating for the brewery as a whole, as a beer community. And I like doing that, because it kind of puts all of our minds together. Everybody has different opinions, so it's cool to hear what people think about certain companies and stuff. But besides that, Saturday I have Rate That Beer, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So Eastern Standard for both live streams. And it doesn't have to be a new beer. It could be something that you've had before. You just never really got to talk about it on a live stream or a review yourself. So just bring something by, hang out. Last week we actually had a pretty decent sized panel, which was awesome. I think we started off with just like me and a couple other people, and maybe B or somebody else. And last week we had like 5, maybe 6. I think it was 5. It was either 5 or 6, but that's still cool, I just recently started doing live streams, and it's awesome seeing people join in and hanging out and just talking about beer together. Ask each other a couple of questions. It could be questions about your style, questions about the brewery. So besides that, so shout outs for other people. I'll just shout out FLX Beer Reviews. Dan and Mike, check them out. They do really good beer reviews. They're really cool guys. And also check out Bangin' Beer Podcast with Anthony and him and his buddies. I believe they do Saturday podcast on not Saturday, sorry. I believe it's podcast on Sunday around 11 to 12, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Miscellaneous, do you remember when Bangin' Beer goes? Is it Sunday 11 to 12, I believe, when they do their podcast?
Sometime around then, noon, 1, sometimes a little early. I can't remember exactly.
On Sunday, right?
It's definitely Sunday.
Yeah.
That's
And
really
Josh last year, check him out as well. He was actually on their podcast with them. So
nice. All right, man. Well, Chadeo, thank you. Thanks, Tanner.
yeah, no problem.
Chadeo, what you got for us, man?
Thanks for having me.
Cheers to you, man. Thanks.
Cheers,
Yeah.
guys. Tomorrow, beer review releases. Pollinger's Oktoberfest. Finally got to it. It was a big 1-liter can that came with a 1-liter Oktoberfest glass. So that review comes out tomorrow. Saturday's another review. It's me while I was in Florida. It's Tommy Knocker's 26th anniversary beer review. And that beer, I had that sitting in the back of my fridge for so long. It was from 2020. But, 10%, I was like, yeah. So I took that down to Florida with me, did that. So, yeah, beer reviews for this month are coming out Thursday and Saturdays. Maybe occasionally on Mondays. We'll see how things go. Other than that, I've been doing a lot of reaction videos to like British comedies and stuff like that. Sunday, I don't know the time yet. I'm going to guess maybe 2:00 Eastern, roughly there. Lone Star Lounge and myself are doing our Hanging Chads show. and it's all about sports. So we do sports talk. We recap the previous week. I'm pretty sure this week we'll get kind of on the line of politics about, what's going on over with Russia, Ukraine. So we may touch base with that about how it's affecting sports. So yeah, check him out too. It's another great channel. Also, Bourbon Bounty, a good friend of mine in the bourbon community, just hit 1,000 subscribers today. Nice. So he's doing a little celebration right now. But yeah,
cool.
There you go.
All right, man. Nice. Thank you. Cheers. All right. So, let's get this going. Let's get the next picture for next week. So you guys have seen this picture quite a bit. I was going in and out of stuff, man. I can't find it. Where the hell is it? Come on, you little shit. I don't know. Oh, you damn bastard. Okay, so here we go. I'm thinking Beetlejuice.
Okay. I got it. I love
it. So anything Beetlejuice comes to your mind, put your imagination together, and of course you guys are gonna all bring juicy beers, but
there you go.
That's how I was looking if I drank 2 of these.
Just put
dried out and shrunken head.
Put a little beetle in it or something. All right.
I can order some and throw it in beer.
It tastes like Raid. All right. But that'll be it. Beetlejuice. It is shrunken head, Beetlejuice, however you look at it. I couldn't think of anything. So
could you bring something that's so sour that it makes your face look like that?
Honestly, I'm down. Whatever, I like your style, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to bring, whatever you guys go off of that picture, whatever you bring from that picture is all I care about. So as long as it's related to that image. So just put that image in your head and bring something for that next Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock my time. And then Beer Cheese Tuesday will be this one. I went to regional, so we're going English, Scottish, and Belgian beers. Anything in that category with a cheese of choice at 8 o'clock Eastern for that. So yeah, be there on Tuesday next week, and just everything else. Yeah, I don't like to post too many videos, maybe 2 a week, beer review wise. Always on my off days. I'm usually off like Thursday to Sunday, so it's a real treat when I can be there, right? You guys never see me. Take those 4 days. Where did fucking Beer Man go? Right? Yeah, no, I take some breaks, but I do always support, and I hope you guys know that. I try to. I don't always, but I try to. And when I do, you're shouted out, and everyone knows about you. Hopefully, I don't know if everyone does. There's only 1,300 people under me, so I don't know. All right, so yeah, good show. Let me turn this banner off. Cheers to the chat as well. You guys rock as always. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Check out these guys too, and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment on their videos, watch their videos, and let's all be a good community that we are. So, all right, let's end this show and get on with the next thing, because Wednesdays are just crazy.
Cheers, everyone.
All right, cheers. I'm out of here, but not after one more sip. I gotta keep remembering that.
I sip.
It's always what I say at the end of my beer review things. All right, cheers.
Cheers.